Welcome all to Kiranmayee Spiritual School of Thought. There is a saying by Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. And what is the ultimate goal of human life? It is to master our own senses and to start looking inwards. The best example we could quote is the character of Lord Hanuman. He was a great ideal of personal service who sacrificed his entire life with utmost devotion to Lord Sri Ram. He was a perfect master of his senses. Let's begin with the Mahamrityunjay mantra. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivartanam Urvarkamiv Bandhanan Mrityorvrikshyamamritat. Self-awareness, knowledge of yourselves. It is the beginning of all the wisdom. Human life is rare, valuable, and we are here only for a limited amount of time. Our schools, colleges, universities have only taught us to look outwards. We were really not trained to look inwards. Let's close our eyes and see what is happening inside. There are n number of thoughts which are coming in, going out. Do we really know how to control them? Not exactly. Spirituality teaches us to control our mind. It helps us to look inwards. The Vedic scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavatam, etc., they all help us to realize ourselves in a better way. We need to discriminate between human being versus animal. The animal propensities like eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. They need to be a value addition to this human life or human existence. That comes with the ability to manage our mind, wherein we could do it in an effective way if we understand the concept of spirituality. Let's read the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita to attain more knowledge. A person who is aiming inwards is always happy and very active. Materialistic things are unstable, but the spiritual knowledge is stable. Nobody's going to steal that. Materialistic things one day, they are ours, the other day into somebody else. Bhagavad Gita, it helps us to use your intelligence properly to control your mind and do your duty in an effective way. And Paramatma, the all-pervading divine, is the root of all the intelligence. And Paramatma is going to help those who are going to help themselves by the spiritual knowledge and also passing on the spiritual knowledge to the younger generations as well. There is a Sanskrit verse, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshataha. Follow Dharma and it is going to protect you indeed. What is Dharma? Dharma must be true to yourselves or being pure at your heart and do your duty but without any selfish reason and surrender it to the all-pervading Paramatma. Let's see divinity within all the existing living beings. As said by Narendra Modi, Vasudeva Kutumbikam, the entire world is one family, irrespective of the religion, culture, tradition, the country that we are in. Let's develop the equanimity and let's serve everybody. There are 10 attributes of Dharma as per Manusmriti. Dhruti, patience. Learn to be patient enough. If you sow a seed, in order to reap the fruit, we all need to be patient enough. Kshama, forgiveness. Learn to forgive the sin. Hate the sin, but not the sinner. During the course of time, the attitude of the sinner might change. There is a saying, man gets and forgets, but God gives and forgives. Dhamma, control. The control needs to start from your tongue, the food that you eat, the word that you utter. It goes on with the other activities of your life. Astheyam, non-stealing. Should not steal anybody's property physically or mentally. Saucham, cleanliness, internal cleanliness versus external cleanliness. Not only keeping our surroundings and ourselves clean, but also we need to cleanse our mind also, which will help us to attain more spiritual knowledge. Indriya Nigraham, learn to control all the 10 organs. D, benevolent intelligence. Let's use our intelligence only for constructive purposes, not for destructive purposes. Example, Corona. Vidya. Let's start aiming inwards and understand the concept of spirituality and use it in our life. Satyam. Always speak the truth. Benevolent truthfulness. If you tell one lie in order to cover that, you need to tell 100 more lies. So always speak the truth. Satyam vada dharmam chara. Akrodham, non-anger. Let's learn to control our anger. It's going to be the biggest enemy of the human life. We should not be an enemy to ourselves. Let's stop being ignorant about our life. The best example for dharma is the story of Lord Ram from Ramayana. We should all take Lord Ram as our role model. There is a saying, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Silencing your mind. The primary objective of spirituality is to learn to silence your mind. Then you would be able to do your duty as a nimitta, an instrument of Paramatma. Why do we need to silence our mind? Because our mind is noisy all the time. There is a mental chatter, the self-talk which goes on in our mind continuously. So we need to curb the mental chatter. We all the time keep thinking about the past and feeling sad for it. We shouldn't have done this at that point of time. We should have chosen this provision. Let's stop thinking about the past and stop being guilty about the past. And all the time we are anxious about the future. What might happen in the future? Will I really be successful one day or not? And we're too anxious. We're too scared. Are we really focusing on the present? No, not exactly. Let's stop thinking about the past and the future. And let's focus right now. What is the role play that I have to do? And what best can I do at this point of time? Forgo all the confusions that exist in your mind. Right, wrong, heat, cold, joy, sorrow, honor, dishonor. These are all the dualities which exist in the mind. The divinity has given you the intelligence. Use it and understand the difference between right and wrong. Start doing only the good deeds. Stop overthinking. It leads to all mental ailments. Yoga, attitude of mind or equal mindness. There's a slokam from Bhagavad Gita. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhi asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Perform your duty equipoise. Never be attached to success or failure. Yoga is the equanimity between the success or failure. Do yoga, do meditation on a daily basis. Learn to go within ourselves and search for the divinity and connect with the divinity and start trusting Him. Then you will be able to see at all aspects of your life evenly. There will be oneness in all aspects of your life. Success or failure, they are like seasons. They keep changing. One day you might be successful, the other day you might be a big failure. Learn to manage the success and learn to accept the failure and learn from it. Whenever your time comes, you're going to shine. The sun and moon, do you think they will shine at the same time? No, exactly. If we consider both success and failure in equal terms, we will develop the oneness, which is nothing but the yoga. That is the attitude of the mind. Start trusting Paramatma and leave the result to God. Performing your duty. There is a shlokam from Bhagavad Gita. Karmani vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbuho mate sango atsu akarmani. Do your duty, but do not expect anything in return. You are not the cause of the result of your action, and never be attached to not doing your duty. Do your karma, do your job, and leave the result to Paramatma. The result is not in our hands. It lies with Paramatma only. There is a saying, Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma. It doesn't mean you have to take up sannyasam. We are telling, do your karma like a sannyasi. Be there in this materialistic world and think like a sannyasi. Do your job, but do not expect anything in return. This is what Krishna teaches Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, in the Mahabharata Katha. The role of Arjuna is he is a Kshatriya or a warrior. His duty is to fight. Because of all the confusions, he was ready to give up everything and take up sannyasam. Krishna was teaching Arjuna, do your duty, leave the result to me. Your role is to fight without expecting whether you would be successful or you would be a failure. Let's start believing divinity within us. finally, after attaining the spiritual knowledge, we will attain the clarity of our thoughts or in our mind. We will gain confidence. It doesn't come with the materialistic things. We will be able to concentrate. Even the students, they will start concentrating on the studies and the work, the job that has been assigned will be done perfectly. Attitude, there will be a right attitude and there will be a difference in your personality. You will start being happy for everything in your life. The speech penance, the word that you utter, there will be a clarity in the speech and there will be mental penance. Your mind will be much still, stable, calm. You will improve your health mentally as well as physically. You will learn to develop charity. Out of the income that you earn, give 1% of it to the poor or somebody in need. Don't think I need to start one NGO and start serving all the people. No, help a person in your arena. Do your best that you could do. It is not only financially, but mentally. Try to help him. Vitaraga bhaya krodhaha. Get free from lust, anger, and greed. These are the three biggest enemies of human life. Your thoughts have to be positive, illuminating energy for everybody else. Avoid all the confusions, illusions. Stop being ignorant. Develop austerity and goodness. Let's renunciate. Let's give up the results of all the activities that we do to Paramatma. He's going to take it up. Ultimately, you should stand as an example. You should be able to lead others and to reach the higher aspects of your life. If we stand up for ourselves first, then we would be able to stand for everybody else in the world. Thank you. Signing off, Kiranmayee.